Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Australia. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's Tuesday, so it's CASEing the Catalogue day, and I've chosen a little 3x3 card with a matching envelope. So we're going to make the envelope as well with the envelope punch board. So if you haven't seen that in action, you'll get to see that today. So the card comes from page 42, and I'm just going to bring the catalogue in. It is this one that's right up in this corner here. I don't actually own this stamp set that's down here. I think it's called A Good Day. So I'm going to substitute that stamp sentiment out with something that I do have. So I'm going to bring the card in. Now the envelope's made with the soft sea foam. So that's the envelope there. And the little card just opens up. And I'll put a piece of Whisper White on the inside too so we can write on it. But that's the card. So let's get started. So for this project we've used some Garden Impressions Designer Series paper. This is a 6x6 pack and I've gone with this colour here. We have some Night of Navy Baker's Twine. I've used the Sentiment Thank You for Caring from the Label Me Pretty stamp set, which is a really great set. And I love this sentiment just here. We also have some punches, which we have the 1 3/4 circle and the 1 3/8 inch scallop. Ink's pretty basic, it was Night of Navy. We're using the envelope punch board for the envelope. And I have my card kit right here. So for all the measurements and supplies that I've used for this project, you can find that on my blog, and that's in the description of this video. There's also a link to my online store where you can purchase any Stampin' Up supplies at any time of the day. There's also a link there for my Hostess code, so if you are going to pop in an order, just put that Hostess code in and I'll send you out a free gift. So we're going to start making the envelope first. So I have a piece of soft sea foam here, and to make a 3x3 envelope, you actually need, it gives you all the measurements down here. So if you look for 3x3 card, the paper size is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and it also tells you where you're going to do your score line, and that's at 2 5/8. So I'm going to place it in and put it at the 2 5/8, like that. And then I'm going to punch and then score. So just lining your bone folder up in that hole that's there. There is a little divot that you're going to just run the bone folder down, okay? So then from now on, I'm going to line this line up with this score line here. So there's a little notch here, and we're going to put that notch on that line. So we're going to punch the score, and we're going to do that for all 4 sides. Now the envelope punch board is fantastic for making quick and easy envelopes. And that's as easy as it is. There is a corner rounder up the top here, which if you've been following me, you know that I use that quite regularly. And I'm just going to place the corners of the card in that corner rounder punch and punch down, and it's going to corner round all my edges. There we go. So I'm going to fold and score those down with the bone folder. And then what we want to do is we want to place 2 sides in and then the top up. So I'm going to put a bit of glue here on this tab just here. And pop that in, and then I'm just going to put a bit of glue down these sides. And just popping that down as well. And that's as easy as the envelope is. It doesn't matter how big you are, how big your envelope needs to be. Find how big your card is and then work out how big your size of your paper has to be, and then where you're going to score them. Very, very simple. So I also have in my card kit 2 pieces of that Designer Series paper, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop that piece down with some glue just to tie the envelope and the card in together. So just like that. Then I have my 3x3 card, which is in Night of Navy. And my other bit of Designer Series paper. This is a pretty simple card, not much to it. Like I said, all the measurements are on the blog, so just check that out. Making sure that's all even on all sides. Then we have a piece of vellum, and I'm going to bring in some tear and tape to place that down in the middle. So I just need a little bit. And that glues that straight down. As you can see, that tear and tape comes through the vellum, but we're going to cover that up anyway. So I have the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. I'm just going to cut a piece of real red out with that. And then while we're punching, we might as well punch out the 1 3/8 circle or scallop punch. And I'm going to stamp the thank you. Just better make sure that's lined up a little bit better than it is. Let's see if I can get this right. So with the Night of Navy, I'm going to stamp that down. I have a funny feeling I'm going to have to go back in and bring the Whisper White piece back in. I'm going to stamp that sentiment, which is how I should have done it in the very beginning. Bring that scallop punch in and just line that up. I'm punching that straight out. Now I'm going to glue my circle down with some tear and tape as well, because we're sticking it straight to vellum. If I try and use the Tombow glue, it won't stick down very well. Not many things stick down with vellum. I'm going to pop that in the middle. And then while I've got the tear and tape out, I'm actually going to stick some on the back of the Whisper White piece, because I want to stick the Night of Navy baker's twine down, and it's easier if I've got like some tear and tape down to attach it. So I'm going to take the backings off. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a little bit of overhang, and then I'm going to come back out to the side and do a loop. So just like that. I'm going to do a loop on the other side, securing that one, and then bringing it out to the side. Cutting that off, so just like that. I'm going to stick some dimensionals on the back there. We've got 2 dimensionals there. Sticking that in the middle. Okay, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial for this project, especially with the envelope punch board and making envelopes. It's nice to remember that you're not tied down to a certain size card, that you can make bigger cards and smaller cards, and you can make the envelopes that fit them. That envelope punch board is a fantastic tool to have. I hope you've enjoyed this project, and if you have, give me a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you left me a comment. Don't forget to check over to my blog for all the measurements and supplies. Until next time, have a good day. Bye.